how to ask a modern woman out on a date. Now, number one, you have to do your prep work. Don't show up to the bar, don't show up to the restaurant, don't show up to the dance, don't show up to the concert, don't show up to the gym without doing your work. You want to make sure that you are prepared to take her out on a date. If you got to save a little bit more money, if you need to get in the gym and exercise, if you need to eat healthier, if you need to start journaling, you want to make sure that you are emotionally prepared, mentally prepared, spiritually prepared, and financially prepared to take her out on a date. Don't go up there and ask her, hey, don't follow these steps and ask her out on a date if you're not prepared to take her out on a date. You know what you have to do. You know what your insecurities are. You know if you have a low self-esteem. You know if your personality needs work. You know if you need to adopt more hobbies and become more interesting and more attractive to her. But let's say you've done all of that work. Here's the steps that you need to take in order to take her on a date. The first one, do your prep work. Come prepared. You want to make sure that you have good posture. You want to make sure that your hygiene is done, your teeth are brushed, you have your lips are moisturized. You want to make sure that you do all of those things to put yourself in a position where you have good posture and you're standing confidently in who you are as an individual and as a man. The next thing to do is about eye contact. Everything comes down to eye contact. The eyes will not lie. If you see someone that you're attracted to, you want to see if you can catch her eye. Women, especially modern women, professional women, they communicate with their eyes. Where they look is where they're interested in. What they look at is what they're attracted to. If you see love, if you feel love, if they see you and you're an attractive person and they like who you are, they're going to continue to look at you. They'll find ways to look at you. It is important for you to notice. So when she does look at you, you want to make sure that you catch her eye, look back at her and look at her in her eyes. If you're attracted to or you're interested in a very attractive woman, there's going to be a lot of things that you can look at. Some people look at her chest, some people look at her legs, some people look at her different assets. You want to make sure that you're looking directly at her eyes, directly into her eyes, even if it's across the room. You want to look directly at her eyes. The instant, this is the third step, the instant that you lock eyes, right away, it's like a track runner. Right away, turn your attention to her and start your approach. By starting your approach, I mean you need to crack a smile. You need to give a nod. You need to stop whatever it is that you're doing. If you're mid-stride, you want to stop whatever you're doing and walk toward her way. How she responds to that initial reaction or that your initial approach is going to determine whether or not you should continue to approach. If she shakes her head, if she breaks the eye contact, if she looks away, if she turns her back, you know it's not it. She's not interested. If it's not a hell yes, it's going to be a hell no. But if she continues to look at you, and she even smiles or she blinks or she does something that does not show that she's not interested. So if she expresses openness to your approach, continue to approach. So many guys, and I've seen this in so many bars and so many clubs, so many guys mess up because they see a girl on the dance floor, they see a girl at the bar, and she looks at them and they're looking at her. And instead of jumping right in right away to start a conversation or start talking, they hesitate. And when they hesitate, when they don't approach right away, it psychs them out and they get into their emotions, they get into their head, and they're not able to build up the courage that you need in order to start the approach because you missed that first initial interaction. So think of yourself as like a track star. Think of yourself like you're running in the Olympics and you're at the starting line and you're waiting for them to be like ready, set, go. You're waiting for the gun to go off. When you catch her eye, at that instant, it doesn't matter what is going on. She can be surrounded by a group of friends. At that instant, go in there and approach. at that instant. You're not going to give yourself a chance to feel insecure. You're not going to give yourself a chance to get into your head. You're not going to give yourself a chance to replay all the rejection that you've experienced. You're going to jump right in and approach. Now, what you say once you get there is all up to you. It's all situational. But in general, and I advise you to go with a more transparent or more authentic approach. You want to say something to acknowledge the situation. You want to say something that is complimentary of who she is. You want to say something appropriate where you can lead on to a further conversation. Now, if you're in a busy room or you're at a bar, you're at a restaurant, you're at a conference, you're at a concert, if you're at some sort of event, you may not have a lot of time to speak. So it's important for you to get in and get out. Walk up, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Ken. Hi, my name is John. My name is whoever. Introduce yourself. Acknowledge the situation. Hey, this is a really great this is a great restaurant, or hey, this is a really great bar, or the DJ is really good. And then give a compliment. Acknowledge who she is. I really like your shoes. I really like your dress. I really like your nails. Whatever it is, give her a compliment. And then you want to be transparent. You want to express transparency about the relationship. Hey, I'd like to talk to you some more, or I would like to get to know you better. And then ask for her number. Or I typically don't ask for social media, but it's important for you to get some way of connecting with her. Sometimes it's appropriate to ask for her social media. Sometimes it's appropriate to ask for her phone number. Sometimes it's important to ask for like some sort of social media handle, like Snapchat or Instagram, or I'm not sure if people do Twitter, but it's important to get some way to get in touch with her. Once you exchange information, or once you get whatever it is, or pass a business card to her, then you can leave, go on to the next. But that's how you do it. That's how you ask a modern woman out on a date. You want to be confident. Once you're confident, you want to catch her eye. After you catch her eye, approach right away, and then get some way of contacting her or staying in touch. And let her know, hey, I'm going to call you tonight at 5 o'clock, or I'd love to continue the conversation at tomorrow at lunchtime. When do you get off work? Whatever it is, but it's important for you to approach right away and don't psych yourself out. All right, we're building relationships here that are based on genuine trust. Follow me for more.